It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, Hoops fans. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny, the Jet, the champion, Smith, and Shaquille, the Diesel, the champion several times, O'Neal. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Charlotte Hornets. Taking a look at the Hornets, they're ahead of where they were last season at this time. Always nice to see that progress in a positive direction. Well, you knew he'd get there eventually, and at this point it appears that Kristaps Porzingis is going to be a star for a long time to come. What do you think his ceiling is as a player, Shaq?
Well, I don't know why they call him the unicorn, but everyone likes to compare him to Dirk Nowitzki, which I think is fair. But he plays with a little bit more intensity and goes to the rim often.
Well, they call him a unicorn because you don't see him very often. Or you rarely see him, or you never see him. And they're saying you never see a guy like Porzingis. That's a terrible nickname. That's the worst nickname of all nicknames. He also has a horn on his head.
No,
that's
got it.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, now I understand.
Right. Well, I get New Yorkers didn't give him a good review early on. They thought he was going to be a bust.
They were
draft
wrong.
Day, they were so wrong. This guy is cold-blooded. He's an assassin. And Shaq, can you spell his last name, Porzingis? I'll buy you lunch if you can spell Porzingis.
Oh, you know I like to eat, so that'll be Porzingis, baby.
Oh, my God, Porzingis.
Very nice. How do you spell his first name?
First name is Kristaps. I'll take a double cheeseburger.
Oh, wow, this dude.
And you get some fries for the Kristaps.
That's right.
I never thought.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
I mentioned food, buddy.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. It's out on the road tomorrow as the Knicks wrap up this home stretch. This their first chance this season playing Charlotte. Guys, they came out on top of the season series matchup a season ago, taking 2 of the 3 away from them.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kristaps Porzingis was taken with the 4th pick in 2015, and he was considered a project then. But he's shown himself ready, and part of that has been his mentality. He said, they thought I was afraid, but that's not who I am. I'll never back down from anybody. If I want to succeed, I can't be scared of anybody. I've got to be fearless out there on the court. Kevin?
Thanks, G.A. And what's scary is Porzingis is only going to get better. That kind of fearlessness will help him in the long run. And both of these teams very strong, Chris, on the glass. Very good rebounding teams.
Oh, tell the referees to get ready tonight to break up some melees. It's going to be physical inside. This is what we love. Not dirty, just physical play, old school basketball.
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Inside, Williams at the 4, Howard in the middle. Walker and Monk are the guard tandem. And it's Kid Gilchrist in at the 3 spot.
And Frank Ntilikina out of France, played pro ball in Germany, and a lot of fans in the U.S. might not be as familiar with him, but for NBA execs and scouts, that's their job. Ntilikina has a game worthy of their attention.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. In a draft stocked with point guards, Ntilikina's court vision, Greg, might be the best of them all.
I mean, he's a true pure point guard. At the same time, a good shooter. The length to defend wings, so that versatility makes him one of the more valuable prospects.
Good on both.
And Ntilikina, he possesses that unselfishness that really allows his guys to play their best basketball. You got to love his approach.
Now, here's Monk. Dishes it to Howard. Lays it up off the glass.
Outstanding presence of mind. Howard is as dependable as he gets near the rim.
Charlotte on D. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, and they played more than just a supporting role. I mean, without their points, it would have been tough to get that role win.
Here's Walker following the basket by Doug McDermott. The dish to Kid Gilchrist. Over Cancer. Right block shot. It's tipped. And now just over a minute played here in the first. The 10-footer. Rebounded by Howard. Walker with it. A 26-point game for him in the win against Minnesota.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Now here's Walker. Feeds it to Howard. Shot clock at 3. Fades back. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Well, he got the room he needed by fading away. Just could not drop it from there.
And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Here's Ntilikina. He had 13 points in the win against Indiana. Here's Walker. Kept alive. Williams, that's good. Williams has got his first points in this one.
Well, over time, I would say Williams has morphed into a reliable small/power forward, especially in his rebound.
Here's Ntilikina. There's a screen by Cantor. Pass to Ntilikina. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And you can see he's been working on that post game. Ntilikina showing some skill set down on that low block, using that length to his advantage.
The feed to Monk. Back to Walker. And it's Walker again missing. Here's Ntilikina. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Yeah, Ntilikina there attacking the rim, an explosive long guard who can get to the rack with the best of them.
Now here's Walker. Monk, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let him have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
And here's Walker. Following the three-pointer by Malik Monk. And Walker kicks to Howard. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And that's just super strength there by Howard. So good at connecting on these shots despite the contact.
Charlotte shooting their first free throw of the night.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
Free throwing was never the strength of Howard's game.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And one strength, Greg, that this Knicks team has enjoyed the last couple of years has been their ability to win the rebounding game.
And that's back-to-back seasons, Kevin, in the top 10 for rebounding in terms of the Knicks. And it was something they wanted to improve upon starting a few years ago. They've changed their rebounding trouble into a big asset moving forward. It's an encouraging sign to see Monk working off those pin downs. An effective shooter when he gets any sort of daylight.
Now here's McDermott. 20 points for him last game against Indiana. Back to Kanter. Looking to end the run. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And Greg, with Enes Kanter last season, he had to miss significant time with the broken hand, but his offensive game is something to watch when he's healthy.
He just plays hard. He provides that instant offense off the bench, a great array of post moves to pick from.
Two shots.
That one is off. And the Hornets team that while they have added rotation players via the draft, they haven't been able to draft a star to build around yet.
Oh, well, and with the Hornets, their best pick has been Kemba Walker back in 2011. I mean, they've traded away a lot of their picks right after making them. However, that might change as they lucked out with Monk falling to them.
And he sinks the second. And here's Charlotte. They're on a 9-1 run. And Walker kicks to Williams. Passes it to Monk. Stolen by Kanter. Howard with the steal. And Howard with the stuff.
Love the focus from Howard. So excellent at draining difficult shots over the defense.
Knicks trail by 6. Here's Ntilikina. 6 points for him. New York moving the ball around. And the Knicks miss again. Hornets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. Outside, Walker. Steps back and fires. Here's Williams. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Wonderful concentration from the agile Williams. He's terrific at getting whatever shot he wants down low.
Porzingis passes to McDermott. Kid Gilchrist comes with a double team. Offensive rebound.
Oh, I'm sure he thought that was good when they left his fingertips. Matter of fact, I know he did.
Williams. Porzingis with the steal. And now the Knicks on the break. And it's Hardaway slamming it down.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Monk. The Knicks making the shot. Outside, Walker. Screened by Howard. Just 5 to shoot. Again, the Hornets score.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Kicks to McDermott. Outside, Porzingis. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Kid Gilchrist sets the pick for Walker. Howard dishes to Walker. Fires from 18, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
And Walker is a high percentage shooter from the mid-range, especially when the D isn't right up on him.
Outside, Porzingis. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. At the top of the key, Monk. Screen by Howard. Monk kicks to Kid Gilchrist. 5 to shoot. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And it's a 10-point Hornets lead.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And the story of that game was their terrific rhythm on the offensive end.
Well, it started with their energy. They played with a lot of it. And then on the other end, they looked very comfortable getting their shots.
Group in for the Knicks. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Cantor. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Beasley's checked in for Doug McDermott. And it's Lee in for Hardaway. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Mike Kaminsky, he's checked in for Howard. Zeller comes in for Williams. Bacon, he's checked in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's Lamb in there for Monk. That one goes. Count it. Lee's got his first bucket in this one.
Lee has the ball there, it's over. He's going up for the throwdown every time.
Now the pass to Lamb. He feeds it to Kaminsky. Picked by Zeller. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's his first foul. They set the pick. Pick by Zeller. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Walker. Lays it up and banks it in. Walker's got 6 points.
Well, yeah, Steve Clifford has done an amazing job here with the Hornets. One of the most underrated coaches in the league right now, and a big part of the Hornets' success. He's done a great job at maximizing the talents of his team.
Now here's Beasley. And it's off the back rim, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Left side, Walker takes the 3. Again, the miss by Walker. And with Steve Clifford, you wouldn't be surprised if he won a Coach of the Year award in the future. Chris, his peers around the league admire what he's been able to do.
Well, and the fact that the Hornets have been a perennial playoff threat under him is huge. For a long time before Clifford, the Hornets couldn't string together winning seasons. The change from then to now, under his watch, it's been huge.
New York shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, we always hear about how some guys are locker room leaders or a veteran presence on a team. Chris, how quickly does someone establish themselves as a team leader? It's universally embraced by the rest of the team.
It's tough. You know, some guys can come in and do it day one, but I think that we've seen a lot of leaders grow, whether it was a great leader like a 2-time MVP in Nash. It took some years first for him to understand himself and then kind of let his leadership you follow that on the court. We bring that to today with a guy like a John Wall. It's taken him about 4 or 5 years to really learn to be around veterans, but guys are coming in younger now, and so I think that it's going to take a little bit of time to develop, but as long as they're continuing to learn, as long as they're continuing to put the effort out, because you're a leader first by what you do, not by what you say. And so if you are trying to figure your way out and work hard, then you're being a leader. People are figuring it out. It's usually when does the vocal part come in along with kind of leading by an example. And so I think for every person it's different, but it's a lot of fun watching because when they get to that point, you've definitely seen some development and growth from them mentally and physically when you know they've taken over the reins like a guy like John Wall has.
Good insight. The Knicks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Well, if you watch the Hornets over the past few seasons, it's easy to see how disciplined they are. They don't turn the ball over on simple plays. They never get too ahead of themselves and give away possessions.
And so O'Quinn nails both of them. And with the Hornets, taking care of the ball really has become a bit of an identity for this team. It's something that is at the heart of what they do.
Well, with the roster they have, in order to compete with the top teams, they need to play smart. Limiting turnovers and making the most of possessions is critical in that.
Bacon's shot is off. Knicks trail by 6. A 3-ball. And Courtney Lee gets the 3. Lee's got 5.
And Lee is valuable because of how he spaces the floor with the shooting. He is dangerous from outside.
Kaminsky sets the pick for Walker. Takes a shot at the elbow. Walker missing again.
They haven't been able to count on his scoring tonight, but still, here they are in the lead.
And a wide open look for Lee. Lee can't get that one to fall.
Well, that's the shot they're looking for. A clean 3-pointer. Just can't get it to go.
And Lamb kicks to Walker. Zeller with it, working on O'Quinn. Zeller inside. O'Quinn defending. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, this is one of the areas of the court where Zeller gets most of his offense, either converting inside, going to the line, or both. Well, Cody Zeller isn't looking to impress anyone with this play, but he is a solid contributor on the floor. I mean, he runs the floor well. He's very good around the rim. Great efficiency on the touches close in that he does get.
He misses the free throw. And with Zeller, it is that efficiency with the ball that you really like about his game every season, Chris. He gets more and more comfortable helping carry the scoring load.
Well, Zeller does a good job of always having his hands ready and being in a position to score. He's great at finishing on those dump-off passes. He knows how to roll and finish strong.
Good on the second free throw.
And one thing that gives these scouts confidence in Zeller's ability to expand his shooting range is the fact that he's been a solid free throw shooter ever since he's entered this league.
Here's Ntilikina. 6 points for him. They get it again. No good from Hernan Gomez.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
1:07 left in the first quarter of the game. And Walker kicks to Kaminsky. Another shot. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And what was a wild ride of an offseason for the Knicks ultimately results in a regime change.
Yeah, I mean, players butting heads with executives, and when it came down to it, things just needed to change. If the Knicks picked the Zen Master over Porzingis, fans might have rioted in New York City, and hopefully the franchise can kind of start to right the ship.
No good on the free throw. Charlotte making a switch here. Graham's checked in. And he's good on the second.
And last season, the Knicks raised expectations with some of those big free agent signings and trades in the prior year. And let's face it, things just didn't work out quite how they had planned. Some would say they underachieved. Hard pill to swallow for a fan base that went into the year with so much hope.
The shot's good on the assist by Walker. And the Hornets lead by 7.
Love the tenacity. That's money in tight against the pressure.
Pass to Beasley. There's the pick. Pass to Hernangomez. Over Kaminsky. It's deflected.
And despite the short wingspan for a big man, Kaminsky with the height and timing to steal block shots.
Hornets leading by 5. Dishes it to Lamb. Pick by Zeller. From deep, Walker. That shot no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hornets lead by 5. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball, this is my passion, on the court, it's my sanctuary. I want to have fun. The reason I play is to win championships, and I take this game very seriously.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Well, that's what happens when you're aggressive on that end of the floor. They took a few chances and took control of the game.
Ntilikina and Lee are in the backcourt. Hernangomez out there with Kyle O'Quinn, and it's Beasley in at the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Here's Ntilikina. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Chris, power forwards today shoot a lot more three-pointers. If you played today, I think you'd be incredibly effective in that role. How do you think you'd be in that role?
Oh, yeah, I think that that's something I would have definitely had fun and relished in. I did shoot threes a couple of seasons in Washington, and was pretty successful at that, but the style of play was just so different then.
Take a break.
Big men were asked to stay in the post, and there was a lot more work in the post, a lot more pressure on the big guy to get to the free throw line to wear down the defense. So the whole game was different then. The big man kind of ruled the game. Today it's a point guard's game, and so what's great is I'd have to step out to give the point guard a lot more room to drive, to take a shot blocker away, or because there aren't any shot blockers. And so I definitely would love to hang out in that corner and shoot that easy three, or at the top after a pick and roll and pop right back. That would have been a lot of fun. Plus, it would give you freedom, because when you can shoot that Jimmy like that and you got a nice wet jump shot, it allows that pump fake to work all day. So I would have pump fake a lot from that three-point line and dunked on a lot of people. So that would have been fun to have that freedom as they do today. Just like it's fun watching these young guys let it fly from that three-point line.
Now here's Walker. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Kuzminskis, he's checked in for the Knicks. Now here's Lamb. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Shot clock at 5. Now here's Kaminsky. Hernangomez covering. New York trailing. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Now Walker, he's got 6. Kaminsky sets the pick for Walker. It's rebounded by New York. Gomez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lee outside. Fires top of the key. That one no good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Outside, Walker looking to get it going. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And last season, I think, Greg, there was a time when Kemba Walker was playing basketball, you know, as well as any point guard in the NBA.
No doubt. I mean, not to say he's the best in our league, but he is certainly climbing up the list. You can't ignore his impact on this team. Has worked to improve each season he's been in the league.
First free throw is good. I just want to preface this by saying Kemba Walker had an incredible year last season, and he showed why he is among the elite point guards in the NBA. Chris, with that being said, one thing you can't help but chuckle about was his egregious premature celebration that he had on a missed three-pointer.
Yeah, Kevin, we all remember that. When you put a shot up, turn around, and do the nice shimmy while your team is busy rebounding your miss, yeah, it sticks with you. I love Kemba, but that was one of the bigger bloopers of the season.
Now here's Lee. Last time out, he had 13 points. Hardaway kicks to Kuzminskis. Back to Hardaway. It's good. This game is all even. Hardaway has got his second bucket of the night.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And here we can check out the breakdown of rebounds tonight between the front court and the backcourt for Charlotte.
And their big men are getting the bigger percentage of these boards. You know, you expect that, and they'll need them to continue to patrol the paint and clean up the mess if they're going to win this game.
Now, here's Walker. He's got 8. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. He kicks it to Kaminsky. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. To the left side wing. 4 on the clock. Shot from free throw range. Good D by Lee. Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Hardaway, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Defensively, they could have done better. That's an open look he'd like to have back.
Walker against Lee. Kaminsky sets the pick for Walker. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Michael Gilchrist, a player that isn't known for his offense but makes up for it on D. Fantastic defender who can completely disrupt an assignment in a number of ways. Very quick and can stick to someone like glue.
For Charlotte, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. That's good from Kemba Walker. And with Kid Gilchrist, his defense is definitely his most important asset. Really, until his offense comes along, Chris, it's how he'll make his biggest impact on a team.
Well, that's perfectly fine for a player like MKG. He gives you defense and great rebounding on the wing, Kevin. He's active on both ends of the floor, and he brings the energy when he's in.
Kemba Walker hits them both. And for a long time, the Hornets haven't really been represented in the All-Star game. Fortunately, that changed last year with Kemba Walker getting the nod.
Yeah, in general, the Hornets don't tend to get a lot of national attention. Part of it is not being a good team. Part of it is being in a smaller market. But Glad the team is starting to get the national recognition they deserve.
Now here's Walker following the miss by Porzingis. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
The Knicks have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Monk's checked in for Charlotte.
One shot.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
Now, here's Monk. 6 points for him. Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
That's the awareness that Kid Gilchrist has out there. Excellent at knowing where the open man is.
The Knicks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And change was needed badly for the Knicks, and they did that starting with the front office.
Yeah, Knicks fans can have a dire outlook at times, but the team still has a solid foundation. It will take some time for the team to become a true contender again, but having players not be at odds with the front office, definitely a good start.
The dish now to Monk. Lets it go with a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Now it's a 4-point Charlotte lead.
How about the quickness of that release by Monk, an experienced catch-and-shoot player who feels comfortable firing from deep.
Here's Kuzminskis looking for his first basket still in this one. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, as a big fella, that's the thing, Greg. You got to be quick in setting those screens. If you get a little lazy, you get called for it.
The Knicks making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. And so it's Charlotte with it. They've led by as much as 10. Now, here's Monk. He's guarded closely. Porzingis with the rebound. Knicks trail by 4. To the inside. Here's Lee. Here's Cantor. And stolen by Graham. He dishes it to Monk. Feeds it to Howard. Just 5 on the clock. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Now we have a moment to see the best rebounding teams in the league. The Hornets, #1.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
The Knicks shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Lee kicks to Porzingis. Shoots from the block, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Porzingis has got his second basket of the night.
Well, he just exploited the size mismatch, and he's getting easy looks tonight.
Here's Bacon. 9 points last game out. The feed to Monk. From deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Knicks have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Bacon. Screen by Howard. Passes it to Monk. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Kid Gilchrist, no luck.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The game now all time. Hardaway has got 10 points in the game.
But if you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
Here's Bacon. Kicks it to Monk. Screen by Howard. Fires high post. The shot by Monk is no good.
He keeps battling, but so far this quarter, he hasn't been able to get it going.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. And here is Lee. 5 points in the game. There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Porzingis. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. He's got 6.
You have to love the versatility of Lee's game. Not only a superb scorer, but a skilled passer as well.
Monk dishes to Howard. Monk with the ball. He's got 9. Lee with the steal. Over Monk. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Lee's got the lead up to 4 now for New York. Picked by Williams. And there's the pass to Bacon. Howard kicks to Monk. Lee with the steal. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
And watching Porzingis play, you forget how tall he really is in terms of how he moves. Not only how quick he is, but also that skill set. Incredible that a player his size won the skills competition in last year's All-Star festivities.
Catching up on the changes for New York, Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Cantor. Beasley comes in for McDermott, and it's Ntilikina in for Courtney Lee. And that one misses. And that is what fools a lot of NBA fans about Porzingis. Most of the highlights, Greg, you see are his blocks and putback dunks. But if you watch his game, you see that skill level.
It's rare to see a player who's the complete package like Porzingis. I mean, he's fluid. He's got the easy-looking shot. It almost looks like he's a guard shooting the basketball, comfortable creating for himself or playing off others. And Howard too big, too strong for the defense inside.
Pass to O'Quinn. He feeds it to Hardaway. Here's the floater. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That's on Dwight Howard.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of a former all-star point guard. Junior, not maybe the same ball handler his father was, but he can sure fill it up. And I really feel like he's established his niche in the NBA.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Hardaway Jr., a 6'6" shooting guard out of Michigan. Talk about his game a little bit for us, Greg. Analyze where he is.
Above average in terms of his athletic ability, improving defensively, and right now he's playing off the ball, whether spotting up or filling the lane. I think this guy's got a chance to be special. He's passionate, and boy, does he compete.
No good on the second free throw. Chris, there have been some great sixth men on the teams that you played with, but right now, who do you feel are some of the best of the bunch coming off the bench and in the NBA right now?
Well, 2 of my rookies, 2 guys I got to play with, Andre Iguodala, I think he's always going to be kind of that perennial top for 6th man of the year. He and another guy that was a rookie with him, and that's Lou Williams. He can just get buckets at any time that he needs to. And you look at a guy like a Patty Mills coming off the bench for the Spurs, and you don't have to necessarily do it with volume or with quantity, but it's also your quality of minutes. And I think that Patty Mills is someone that can definitely light it up in the flash. And these 3 guys, anytime you have them coming off the bench for you, you're going to have some firepower.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against New York.
Well, when you go up against the Hornets, you know that they're going to battle you for rebounds. Great job of closing out possessions. They rarely get pushed around on the glass.
First free throw is good. Hornets are a strong rebounding team, Chris. It makes sense when you look at this roster. A lot of strength at every position.
Oh, yeah. Well, and adding Dwight Howard can only help with that. Every time the shot goes up, he boxes out. He's not afraid to get into the paint and battle for position.
Charlotte making a switch here. Kaminsky's checked in. And so Zeller nails both of them. 1:57 left in the first half of the game. Here's Ntilikina. 10 points for him. Outside Hardaway. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Ntilikina. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Ntilikina's got 7 points for the quarter.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Now here's Lamb. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
A smooth first step, good ball handling. Lamb toasted defense on the drive.
We've got 1:08 left in the first half. Here's Ntilikina. And poor shot selection there, not a high percentage look for him. Dishes at the Lamb. There's a screen by Williams. Lets the three fly. The shot, no good. And New York will come the other way. Outside Hardaway. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, after getting to the stripe in the first quarter, he's definitely been more assertive driving inside.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Hardaway. Walker's checked in for Charlotte. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Hornets trail by 3. Over in the corner, Williams. Picked by Zeller. The shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Beasley outside. Outside Hardaway. To the left wing. It's Beasley on the wing. Drills it from outside. Beasley's got his second basket of the night.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Knicks up by 6. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Coach. The offense seemed to struggle a bit early on. What did you see?
Well, turnovers killed us. It led directly to baskets, and then disorganized offensive play. We have a way we have to play against them. We got to stay with it.
You know, the ball has to move and not stick, right? Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. They completely dominated the second quarter, turning a small deficit at the beginning of the period into a 6-point lead at the half. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, I see a team that's playing smart, moving the ball around to the open man, just taking what the defense gives them. There's a nice flow, a nice energy, a nice synergy to the game.
And big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more in transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
That's it for halftime. Glad you could join us, as now we send you back to the action for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back to New York City. Some street art on the wall of the Canal Street subway station in Soho, south of Houston, just down the way from us. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Hornets trail by 6. Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. MKG and Williams are the forwards. Walker and Monk are the guard tandem. And it's Howard in at the center position. Now, here's Monk from deep. Williams. Rebounded by Hardaway. Hardaway has got his third rebound tonight. Pass to Ntilikina. Outside, Porzingis. And a miss there on the triple. The Hornets shooting the ball at 42%. And Walker kicks to Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
A little bit of a throwback evening for Howard. Has all of his moves working here tonight.
The Knicks leading by 4. Here's Ntilikina. Cantor with a screen on Walker. Now the dish to McDermott. There's a screen by Cantor. Hardaway passes to McDermott. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. McDermott's got 5 now.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Screen by Howard. Outside, Walker. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
There's Walker with the 3. It's good on the putback.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Ntilikina. He's got 13. Out to Hardaway. And it's off from three-point range. There's a screen by Cantor. There's the pick. Inside, Porzingis. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 10 points for him.
Well-coached team. They quickly recognized the size mismatch. That led to easy points.
Screen by Howard. And Walker kicks to Howard. Back to Walker. Puts up a 3. It's good from long range.
The shooting of Walker. You got to get a hand up when he squares up from deep.
New York leading by 4. Feeds to McDermott. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Outside, Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Monk's shot's good.
And Walker strikes a nice balance between scoring and finding his teammates. That time for a wide-open bucket.
And maybe not as highly touted as some other guards that went before him, but Malik Monk can be scary on the floor. He can get hot like no other, and once he's dialed in, the points just seem to flow.
Greg, as you said, Monk has that ability to take over with his shooting.
I mean, Monk looks to get going with his scoring at all times, and he's just got that shooter's mentality where all shots are good shots. That can be a positive and a negative, but I prefer he have that aggressive mentality when it comes to scoring the basketball.
First one falls for him. And Cantor drops them both. Hornets trail by 3. Now here's Walker. 13 points in the game. He kicks it to Monk for the tie. Here's Howard. Back to Walker. On the wing, Williams. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. He dishes it to Walker. Shot clock at 6.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Lee's checked in for Hardaway. And a switcher also for Charlotte. O'Brien's checked in. Outside, Walker. And there's the feed to Monk. Pass to O'Brien. Just 5 to shoot. Fader on the way. And the shot is long. New York leading by 3. Lee outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Lee's got 10 points.
But once Lee catches the ball in rhythm, he only needs a second to get a shot off.
Screen by Howard. That's a 2-pointer from Walker, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
Artful use of the screen there. Gains the separation he needs for a good look.
Left side, Porzingis. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Outside, Walker. Kicks it to O'Brien. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. For Charlotte, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
One shot.
Free throw, no good for Walker.
Walker is a superb point guard, an exceptional mix of quickness, shooting, and passing.
And the Knicks making a change here. Kuzminskis has checked in. And so here's Charlotte. Screen by Howard. And Walker kicks to O'Brien. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Monk. No good on the 3. The Knicks leading by 6. Here's Ntilikina. 13 points in the game. Porzingis passes to Kuzminskis. Back to Porzingis. The 17-footer. That one doesn't go. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way. The pass to Monk. Lee with the steal. Pass to Ntilikina. And count it from 19 feet away. And now an 8-point Knicks lead.
And he is starting to warm up. Ntilikina has a ton of tools in his arsenal. He can score from just about anywhere on the floor.
Screen by Howard. And it's Walker penetrating. Porzingis with the block.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
Pass to Kuzminskis. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, traditionally, many of the great free throw shooters have come from the point guard ranks. Here are the ones leading the league this year. The 4th spot held by Kemba Walker.
Well, if these guys can get to the line, there's not much question what the outcome's going to be. So it sort of prevents the D from being as aggressive as they'd like to be against them.
Well, it's a clear advantage for them on offense. It's almost like you have to pick your poison in choosing who to guard.
Beasley's checked in for Enes Kanter. And then for Charlotte, Kaminsky is checked in for Howard. Cody Zeller comes in for Johnny O'Brien. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Monk.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Man, they straight up been getting smoked over this stretch. They really need to refocus here.
Now Walker, he's got 15. And the foul called on Porzingis. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And here is Lamb. And it's Walker penetrating. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
You can't shake Walker. He's just a master at cashing in on these and-one opportunities.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Hernan Gomez is checked in for the Knicks.
One shot.
That free throw good from Walker. The Knicks leading by 7. Here's Ntilikina. 15 points in the game. Beasley with it. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist.
That's how you protect the rim. Stand your ground and make him alter his release.
Here's Walker. Good on the bucket. Walker's got 10 points in just the 2nd half.
And Walker uses every inch of his 6'1" frame to nail the interior shots, really using his body well.
They set the screen. Pass to Ntilikina. Second shot opportunity, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And we see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Walker.
And guys, really the story for him has been his struggles from mid-range. I mean, some of them have been rushed. Others were just tightly contested. But he has to be a lot smarter on when to pull up or when to look for a teammate going forward in terms of winning this game.
That free throw, no good. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for New York. And the second free throw, good. Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Outside, Walker. Zeller setting the pick for Walker. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Lee with the ball. He's picked up by Lamb. There's the foul. It's on Jeremy Lamb. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Here's Ntilikina. 16 points for him. Here's Lee outside. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist. Kid Gilchrist has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And looking at the career of Courtney Lee, has hopped around from team to team a bunch of times and always a valued teammate, but just hadn't stayed on one team for very long.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Walker dishes to Kaminsky. Charlotte getting another chance here. Fires from deep. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Kemba Walker.
After not having a 3 in the first half, he got a big boost right there by nailing that triple.
And with Lee, you know exactly what you're going to get with his defense and shooting.
And Lee is always going to be a wanted commodity. His ability to defend and shoot aren't easy to find, and you just hope he's able to kind of settle into a long-term situation.
Now here's Lamb. Michael Beasley missing his last shot. Zeller, a screen on Lee. Up top, Walker. He's got 23. The layup missed.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses.
Hernangomez kicks to Lee. New York moving the ball around. And Michael Beasley good for 3. Beasley's got 8 points.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
Now Lamb. Outside, Walker. Down low, here's Kaminsky. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
Such an advantage for Kaminsky. He can finish inside with either hand.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Marvin Williams is checked in for Kid Gilchrist.
One shot, gentlemen.
He was named Player of the Year coming out of college, but Kaminsky is still adjusting to the speed of the NBA game.
The Knicks leading by 3. And here is Lee. 10 points for him. Hernangomez with the ball. Now guarded by Kaminsky. Beasley outside. Really left alone that time. 10 points for him. Charlotte shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Outside, Walker. 3-pointer. The Knicks pull it in. Beasley's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the wing right side. Ntilikina. Offensive rebound. O'Quinn, the pass to Hernangomez. Out to the right wing. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter of the game. And another shot. And finally they hit one.
He lives for these type of battles on the boards. It doesn't matter which end of the floor it is either.
Here's Walker. 23 points in the game. Picked by Zeller. Right side to Walker. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Beasley. Pass to Ntilikina. He feeds it to O'Quinn. Screen by Lee, and O'Quinn kicks to Hernangomez. New York needs to get off a shot. O'Quinn can't hit. Hornets trail by 7.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
Yeah, this could come down to the correct play call. Let's see what they do right here.
Lamb dishes to Kaminsky. Feeds to Williams. Back to Walker. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. The Knicks leading by 7. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Passes to Hernangomez. There's the pick. 13 feet away. And Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Lee. That's 12 points for Beasley. And here's Walker outside. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Knicks lead by 9. And will return shortly. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. Here's Ntilikina. Doug McDermott is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Hernangomez. And it's Ntilikina in at the point. That's the 5 for New York right now.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Outside, Walker. Zeller setting the pick for Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And the size Williams has allows him to rise up for these type of dunks. A terrific athlete.
One shot.
And that one falls for Williams.
At this point in his career, Williams knows his role. He doesn't play outside of himself. He loved that about him. He focuses on playing within the system.
The pass to Hernangomez. Dishes it to O'Quinn. They set the pick. And he banks in the layup. O'Quinn's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And Walker kicks to Lamb. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. There's the dish to Williams. Clock at 6. The feed to Kaminsky. But they recover it. The kick out to Williams. Connects from three-point range.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Kicks to McDermott. He dishes it to O'Quinn. Williams with the block. Pass to Walker. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. He gets that one.
You love how Walker just attacks the opening, feasting on any lane that D gives him.
Hardaway with it. Hernangomez with the ball. And Zeller picks him up defensively. Back to Hernangomez. Got a hand on it.
And registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back.
Here's Kaminsky. He kicks it to Williams. The 9-foot shot. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Hardaway. They get it back. O'Quinn. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there. Hornets trail by 7. Now here's Walker. On the wing, Williams. Tries again. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Look at Kaminsky, an under-the-radar athlete, someone who draws defenders into him because of his size.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. A different look for New York. Cantor checked in for Hernan Gomez. And it's Porzingis in for Kyle O'Quinn. Howard's checked in for Charlotte. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Pass to McDermott, puts up a 3, sinks the triple.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let him have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
And here's Walker. Following the three-pointer by Doug McDermott. Walker the pass to Lamb. Over Hardaway. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Porzingis.
That's a good athlete. With nice fluidity and quickness, Lamb can draw fouls when he's pushing the action.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Lamb.
And the key piece in one of the biggest NBA trades over the past few years. Lamb was sent by the Rockets to the Thunder in exchange for James Harden. That was a major trade.
Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Kaminsky. And he can't hit the second. New York leading by 7. Back to Porzingis. He feeds it to McDermott. Williams against Porzingis. Over Williams. Porzingis can't hit. Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Walker. Passes it to Lamb. Howard against Cantor. Off the pick. And Howard with the stuff.
Love the aggressive mind state. Howard showing how authoritative he is inside.
For New York, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. The pass to McDermott. His three-pointers off the mark. Hornets trail by 5. Walker in the corner. Buries it from three-point range. Walker's got 18 points just in the second half.
And Walker is what we call thirsty. He's thinking of firing as soon as he gets the rock. Great presence of mind from the point guard.
Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Porzingis. Up and in on the layup. And the Knicks lead by 4.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now here's Lamb. His three-pointers off the mark. Down low. And there's Hardaway. That's good on the assist by Porzingis. Now it's a 6-point New York lead. Hornets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Over in the corner, Lamb. Off target with his 3. The Knicks leading by 6. Hardaway with it. He's picked up by Lamb. Porzingis with a screen on Williams. McDermott can't get it to go.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Now here's Howard. This is to Lamb. Screen by Howard. Williams passes to Lamb. Over Hardaway. Here's Williams. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
Left side, Walker. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Now just a 2-point Knicks lead.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
For New York, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Now the feed to McDermott. Pass to Porzingis. Over Williams. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Williams sets a screen for Walker. Inside. Howard in the post. He's against Cantor. Oh, he misses the dunk. From 13, and Porzingis again. And now a 6-point New York lead.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Williams sets a screen for Walker. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by McDermott. The Knicks leading by 6. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Hornets making a change here. Monk's checked in. Williams against Porzingis. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. Outside, Walker. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Walker's got 32 points.
What a huge boost he's giving them here. 4 or 5 in this fourth quarter has come up big.
Porzingis with the block. The dish now to McDermott. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Ntilikina. McDermott dishes to Cantor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Hornets trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Kidd-Gilchrist kicks to Walker. Williams sets a screen for Walker to the inside. McDermott with a steal. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now, here's Monk. Screen by Howard. Here's Walker. And again, the Hornets missing. The Knicks leading by 6. Now Hardaway, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And that's just all about positioning. He gets boxed out, can't fight around it, and gets the over the back call.
He's showing good hustle. I mean, a little too much hustle, though. I mean, you got to dial it down just a little bit.
Hornets trail by 6. Williams kicks to Walker. He dishes it to Monk. Screen by Howard. Back to Walker. Kicks to Howard. score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Well, he's been here before. Howard knows how to take charge when the team needs a bucket.
Outside Hardaway. Passes it to Porzingis. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. Left side Walker. He kicks it to Kid Gilchrist. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. Off the pick. Walker's shot is off. New York leading by 4. To the right side. Screen by Porzingis. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist. Here's the Hornets with the ball. Outside, Walker. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Walker kicks to Monk. Back to Walker. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Money!
And this atmosphere is bananas.
Well, guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Hardaway. There's a good screen. And there's the call on Howard. That's his 4th foul of the contest. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Screen by Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Kanter.
You gotta love watching Williams work on defense. Look, a long, rangy defender who can cover multiple positions.
Here's Walker. No good. So a close game sees New York take this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on a break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat them down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.